I am Justin Robert Thomas Langston, and it's a damn pleasure to meet you. This is Sheila. It's my Girl Scout. I love her. I got her in about 2013. I was on a reality TV show, America's Got Talent, and kind of that's irrelevant. I kind of walked away from that. Anyways, Gibson gave me this guitar, and the second day I had her, her neck broke off, and I got with my buddy up there at Gibson. I was like, "Yo, dude, Sheila died." Sent it back with Sheila up there, but she's a Gibson J200, man. She's been through a lot. I'm from West Texas, man. I was born in Odessa. I graduated in like Midland. Grew up around Kermit, Texas. Super west, almost like Jal, New Mexico area.
Is that close to the border?
No. I mean, yes and no. I mean, it's closer than we are right now here in Austin. That's for damn sure.
What drew you to this town besides music?
I would have to say water.
Want to be close to the river?
Man, I love getting on the water. I love floating the river, getting out on my buddy's boat, go fishing. Whole bit, just the wildlife is so much better here. I grew up in a desert, so it kind of helps to clear my head that way with nature when it's actually present. Originally, I would say I was about 9 years old. It was a little different. It was a 4-track Tascam recorder, little silver Portage Studio, and my vinyl player at the time had a tape deck that you had a 1/4-inch jack input to record on. So I'd bounce everything from that 4-track over to that and kind of bounce it back, and sometimes I might do that 100 times. Wear out some 4-track cassette tape is kind of funny, but that's kind of where it really started until I got a Boss RC30. Then that kind of changed my looping world, Man, I've been in and out of a few bands, but some of those situations do or don't work out, and it's like I'm very dedicated. Not everybody's always so dedicated, and that's why I ended up playing with myself.
We were talking earlier about some emo bands that you were in. What were some of your influences? Is there an emo influence to your music, or is it mostly folk?
Man, growing up, I really liked the Used. There's a few bands, Seosin, Circus Survive. Kind of the same realm of musicians. I was really interested in that, and I was a drummer first in kind of a southern hardcore band. It was a lot of fun. Those guys, wish them well. Yeah.
What was the motivation to transition into the music you play today?
I think just normal life, man. You fall in love, you don't, you're lonely, you're scared, you miss somebody, you want something. Hell, I don't know. I mean, inspiration can just fall on you like, the weather of Texas. It's kind of all over the place. Sure.
Where do you get your fashion sense? Is it something you came up with on your own?
Kind of, sort of. It's kind of, I just find something I like and I wear it. I really don't have a taste of choice. My heroes are kind of funky looking, I guess. I'll put it that way.
Who are some of your heroes?
I'd have to say, Prince is really up there. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Phil Collins.
What brought you over to the guitar side of things?
I think just my love for music in general, really. I fell in love with every aspect, and I didn't want to leave it ever. I found myself really bored doing anything else, and not happy actually doing anything else too. So I found my sole purpose in life and happiness and joy, and every bit revolved right about my little cockpit of music here. Old Sheila.
When you first started playing music, were you nervous at all to get on stage as a solo artist?
I think anybody's nervous to be in front of people doing what they love, only because if you screw it up, they might just, like, they're firing guns at you at that point. But other than that, really, I think it's the first, like, 15 seconds of a song, and you fall out of nervousness if you do have any at all, really. Man, my go-to setup is a Princeton reverb amp, two of them, 65, 68 with a Leslie in between. Nothing but a TS9, a delay pedal, and a wall, and maybe a Pog and chorus pedal occasionally. Nothing too crazy. I mean, it's just fun tones. That's my dream rig with what's what I have actually with 59 Gibson 330 full hollow body with dog ear pickups. It's pretty neat. That and my Strat, my pretty much go-to electric rig, and for acoustic, of course, I got my Sheila here, Gibson SJ200. I like this Nord. This thing has a lot of great B3 synth piano. You get the whirly. You get totally. I get a stage 73 on this thing too if I want. This thing has all my 808s. I've got a plethora of Roland drum, machines in this thing, as long as a vocoder as well. I've got all their synthesizers, their strings, their crazy things off the Juno, and it has a few things off like a Prophet and DX7. It emulates a lot of great synthesizers that have been made over, time. And everybody that I look up to has probably touched one of those, and it's in this little box right here.
Do you have any major rap influences that you grew up listening to?
Yeah, I do. My mom, she's really into, like early 90s hip hop, 80s hip hop, like Biggie, Tupac. I really love Skilo too. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was tall. Sometimes I experience different type of auras, just with anything that I touch musically. I will say that you can create a song with nothing, just your normal sober self. You start experimenting a little bit, I'll smoke a little joint or something, start diving in on a piano. Next thing you know, I'm doing something totally crazy that I would not normally do. Sure, it does. I don't know how to say it, man. It's just something you got to try for your own self, really. I mean, creativity is creativity. You got to love it first. You got to give it your all, and it has to be a passion. It has to keep burning, or it's nothing. That's really it, man. I mean, you can do anything you put your mind to, but if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, it's not going to work out, or whatever. It's just like anything you love in life. If you love something, you cherish it. You nurture it, and it grows. Boom.
Aside from music, you're pretty fucking awesome at cooking food. What's your favorite dish to cook? Like any like home style like Texas meals that you like?
Make some enchiladas, man. I actually made some tonight.
The album that you are working on right now, what is it that you're going for? Is it more of like a love album, rebellion album?
It's a
Kinda
little
like,
bit
what are you
of
feeling lately?
It's a little bit of everything, man. I'd have to say it's songs about love and loss and life and laughter. It's a little bit of like going crazy and saying, hey, I'm not gonna live this way. I'm gonna do this because I want to, simply. And a lot of the other songs on that record are kind of based off of some of the tones of my heroes and my influences, based in, mixed in, all up in my little blender of what I'm gonna throw out on vinyl and all social media platforms and all
Do you have
that
a name
good
for
jazz.
it yet?
I have about 8 concepts, and I'm not gonna tell you all of them.
Just top two.
Top 2, one of them's unknown artist. I thought that was kind of cool, and the other one is One.
WON?
Yeah.
Sick.
but upside down in a mirror with O and E. So something there was an idea, but it just depends how all the songs come together at the final moment and the final decision, and I will pull the plug and let the water drain at that moment and be a little tornado down in that thing. So we'll figure that out.
I like it, man.
Coming soon though. It's I've got about 300 songs I'm picking from. Some of them range between 30 to 80% recorded. Of course, once I finish the song, I'm gonna have to re-sing it all the time. It's just something that I got to do, but
Yeah.
that's where we're at,
Heck
So
yeah. What kind of keeps you going to keep that steady pace throughout like the week? I mean, what are you playing like 5, 6 days a week sometimes?
something like that, around there. I mean, whatever gig I could get, really. Hell, I'll play that in one day if I have it, opportunity to. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot has been my home, my relaying home for a while. I have a residency there every Sunday at 4:30. It's quite a party, and then Keith Sanders goes up after, and then we got Daddy Poppy, which is Trevor and Andrew and various drummers. I mean, it's a nut show. I love it. It's like my favorite kind of nut show, though, if you're into nuts. That's a crazy question. I've always wondered what it'd be like to. It's probably so cliche and like super Texas and like bluesy artist Austin kind of shit. But Stevie Ray, man, would be kind of epic. You know what I mean? But also at the same time, there's like probably 100 others I can name too if we want to just sit there and me go like, what's their name again? Go to my website only, and everything's there. It's just myname.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What's your name?
JustinLangston.com. It's been a while. It's gonna be fun.
Stay to church now.